We are here at SRL 360, and I'm joined here today with um, Joshua Butterfield, Lachlan Martin, and Tyron Clay. How's your week's been going?
Yeah,
Pretty good, yeah.
it's probably not my greatest week to be honest. A few things happened, particularly last night that sometimes I like to forget, so I'm here on SRL 360 trying to forget about it.
I'm the exact opposite, okay? I think it
Yeah,
was a
well, Butters,
great
no one
night
cares
last
what
night.
you think. I'm joking, Butters. I'm joking. I'm joking.
That's a little bit naughty.
Um, yeah, what a week in the SRL, hasn't it? It's been a bit interesting, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely been very
Yeah, it has.
interesting.
Quite looking forward to the week
So, shall we
ahead.
get straight onto it?
I guess so. Yeah, I mean, there's no other way to do it, is there?
No.
Yeah, let's just get straight on into the topics that we got. The first one, Luke Malkus, vice captain. What what signings? Oh, okay, it says what's
That
Just,
just
what's this one? It's how
Melbourne
does Luke
Storm.
Malkus relate to the Bronco or Storm? Sorry, the
just ignore that.
Just
Storm. Yeah,
Melbourne
what
Storm.
signing's got the Storm, mate? I'm like, what?
You don't have to read it literally, but anyway. Yeah, look, obviously Luke Mackers, big loss for Penrith. Um, Disappointing loss for Penrith. He's definitely someone that I think he's looking for opportunity to sort of build a franchise. Obviously, Will Kay is going to be there. Um, I'm interested to see what signings they make. I'm not really sure where they could go. I think there's one player that I think will head over there, being a little fullback at the Broncos called Sam Herban. But other than that, I don't really have an idea of who they're targeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a chat with Will Kay because obviously, Will Kay knew I was a Storm fan, wanted to get me over there, but I think he's looking for a bit of a gun half. In my opinion, I think he's looking for a decently solid forward pack, but I think he's focusing a lot on the back line at the moment. Maybe looking at a couple rookies and trying to just solidify his back line before he does anything else.
I don't get that strategy. I think you need a good forward pack to.
A good forward pack does set the foundation.
Oh.
When you look at like
You need
Manly
a
and
good halves will help,
Cowboys,
but like.
you look at
Yeah.
Manly and Cowboys over the past couple of seasons. Good forward pack set the foundation. They won a premiership with a good forward pack.
100%.
Yeah, but then you've also got to look at the teams this season.
This
Okay,
season,
you've got
Yeah.
the Broncos, who have a decently strong forward pack, but it's not anything spectacular.
It's,
and yet
it's I think
they've
it's a
won.
pretty spectacular forward pack when you look at it, Butters.
It's not okay.
It's up there. It's
But
up there.
it's got Allison. It's got Allison. I mean, it's
Williams.
got Jordan Williams. Yeah,
Logan
Williams has
guys,
been
and then
on
even
and
their
off.
like rookie forwards they've got,
Simon
they're probably
Hunt.
the best rookie forwards in the comp minus stuff.
Williams has been on and off. Okay, I'll give you
yeah.
Logan Guys. I'll give you
Simon Hunt as well. I think has been good.
Simon Hunt's been exceptional.
He's been amazing. Yeah.
Simon. Yeah, I'll give you Logan Guys, Simon Hunt, and Jackson Allison. But it's really been their backline powered by Carl, really. In my opinion, that's done a lot of work for them.
Interesting.
I think it's good to note too that Will Kay being the Mines commissioner, he'll have a good idea about what rookies to bring in. I expect him to go pretty hard
Yeah.
for a few rookies. I know one guy that he has a massive opinion of being the 220 centimeter fullback for. I don't even know what team he plays for.
Johnny
but
Dokovic.
Johnny Dokovic. I think he's someone that.
I think
will
it's
go
Melbourne
hard to get.
Ravens. I think it's the Melbourne Ravens.
Melbourne Ravens, yeah, that's
I think
even
it
better.
is.
He's from the region. I think he's someone that Will Kay is going to go hard to make sure he locks up at the Storm. And I think deservedly so. He's a very strong, very capable fullback option. That is, I don't even know if we started a fullback. Probably centers, I think, would be a good start. We've seen with those tall centers, Dom Ponkston comes to mind. Very often able to do a very good job. So I think he's someone that I want to lock up. Other than
Yeah.
that, I'm not too sure what other rookies he could be going for, but I know Johnny Dokalic is someone he has a massive
What
opinion of.
What's Dokolic's like stats? I haven't actually had a look. Are they like anything
His stats are
spectacular?
just bloody big. That's what it
Oh my
says.
god. Very big, mate. Let
Even
me just
so,
check.
I think
Oh,
that his
he's on
size
the.
will get him places. He's quick and powerful too.
He's 81 speed, but according to the spreadsheet, which is
Decent.
decently
It's
quick,
decent.
but yeah, it's certainly not enough for me to say, okay, I'll cancel the fullback keys,
Yeah, maybe not the fullback
to
keys,
be
but even so, I
honest.
think as a center, he could do massive stuff there as a center. I think it's a bit disappointing, to be honest. He's a primary fullback, isn't he? Oh no, he's not. He's a center. He's a primary center.
Yeah.
So I guess centers is more
Oh,
higher.
primary center.
Because I was gonna say then, if he's only a primary center or winger, I honestly think that maybe wing could be his spot. Maybe similar to what Malachi Booth did for
Maybe.
the Manly Seagulls, just how powerful
Yeah.
he is.
Oh, yeah, and you take him off at half time, his size would be exceptional.
Bunt Kembolo, like.
Yep. Josh Shadowcard, even very big player, with good strength, something like that.
And a player like Doklich is like you can bring him off and then play him in the forwards because he's that big and strong, and he would give an impact to that forward pack in the late second half.
Yeah, definitely. I can definitely attest to that. So, is that it for the first section?
I think it is. As we'll have a look at, obviously, Manly Seagulls, their dynasty is currently crumbling. Obviously, both Booth, Bennett set to leave, plus Will Kay obviously captaining the Storm. Should we be worried about Manly, or do you think Matt Harris will have something up his sleeve?
Oh, Matt Harris always has something up his sleeve. I don't think there's a second where you go, oh, he's got no one. I think he's got someone up his sleeve. He'll have something up his sleeve for next season. I can't see him just sitting there at the moment going, what the hell do I do?
Well,
I don't think that's him.
obviously not. But what I mean by that is, will they be able to find a player in the competition that is able to replace them?
I think Bennett's all close to irreplaceable, to be honest.
Yeah, Bennett has been like one of the best forwards since about season 2, season 3. Every season he's been one of the best forwards, and Manly have kind of let themselves down by letting him go. I think that was a really bad move.
Oh, they didn't let him go.
I wouldn't say,
I
I don't
don't
think
think
they necessarily let him go. I think it's more the fact that, well, they can't maybe to keep him, or even if they can keep him, maybe they chose to leave. And I think, obviously, Will Kay chose
that's what
to leave.
happened. That's what
Ben and Booth,
happened.
I'm not sure. I just know they are going to leave.
But I would think for a player like Bennett, you would like fight your ass off to try to.
I think he wanted a change of scenery from
Even
the
so,
sounds of it.
even Will Kay, right? Will Kay's a very solid half. Solid halves don't come around very often. Who are they going to throw at halfback next season? Maybe Anthony Delaney would be the player I would predict it to be, being at the club.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm not really too sure, to be honest.
Yeah.
And it goes to add to the
Will
list
Kay,
of players
probably.
that have left the club recently. We've had, obviously, Casey Kay left last season. The Punch Bros have both left. Joey Kelly was there for a bit, but he also left. It's gonna be very tough for Manly to find signings that can actually. They'll be able to get players. That's not what I have concern about. I have concerns about finding players that can actually replace those three guys. More so, Will Kay and
Yeah.
Bennett.
Yeah, but I think that's going to be very tough for them to replace now.
Even if they, obviously with them leaving, which I think at this point we're pretty much say with confidence all three of those players are going to be leaving. Even if they are leaving, what players in a competition could we see Manly going after to sort of get those players, obviously get, maybe necessarily not like to like, but at least get something out of it. Like, get something that's, like, at least going to be at least sort of replace them. Not, just do what they did better. Well, not better, but do what they did. Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
They do definitely need that gun forward. I don't know where they get it from, but they need it.
They could really do. I think a good player that could replace, a Jesse Bennett now. I don't think they have much chance of getting him, but I think a good player that could replace him could be like a Kobe Johnston. Similar size, similar
If they can get
positions.
him.
Yeah.
But the question
If
is,
they
I
can
think
get
it will, though.
I don't think they can get him out. Yeah, that's the thing. They should have, if they knew that Luke Marcus was thinking about leaving Penrith, that would have been a player they could have gone after, but I think he left mainly just to have the opportunity to be at a new club, like a new franchise.
Yeah, so maybe not for Manly.
I
And it's not very. The
don't
thing is
know.
about Manly. The thing about Manly is right. Not many people are wanting to join Manly because people have just despised Manly over the past couple of seasons. People are like, I don't want to join them because they've been so good, and it's just like they've won so many games. They've developed a hatred for Manly, so no one's wanting to join them. It's as simple as that,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I kind of agree. I think it's also a pull of they want to get, a club that hasn't gotten a ring yet, a championship.
Yeah,
That's
100%.
always
So many teams haven't got
pull
one
for a
yet.
player.
It's just been the same clubs. Yeah, Manly have
Hmm.
got two, of course. Para have got one. And
Cowboys.
then you got the Cowboys, of course. They've won one. So there's only three teams that won premierships. But to be fair, it's 3 and 4. It could be worse if Manly had won last season.
It's going to be quite interesting to see what players Manly can go after, because even Booth, I'm not even sure what players can replace Booth. Like, he's a sympathy Booth, and I know he has probably had a much quieter year than last season, and especially much quieter year than what we've expected to come off Malachi Booth. But even so, right, he's still a massive handful when he gets his hands on the ball. I'm very concerned, to say the least, of if they can find even a winger replacement for him. Like,
Do we
maybe they
know
could go
where
for like
Booth is
a.
going?
I don't even know.
Yes.
Maybe like a.
Yes, we do know where he's going.
But
Do we?
yeah, I'm not really sure who they can find to replace these players. I think it's going to be very challenging for them. This is probably going to be the biggest test of their career, especially losing Bennett. Probably the biggest player they've let go. Minus probably KCK, but even so, KCK is a big of a loss because they had Dingo, Woolkay, and Carlos all on the wraps. So, yeah, I think Bennett's going to be their biggest loss that they're going to struggle to replace by far so far.
Yeah, for sure, man. I think I can attest to that.
Should we move to the next topic? Our next headline?
Yeah, we should. Good idea.
As Brody Kennedy, I think he's unstoppable at the moment. 10 tries he now has. It's getting a little bit ridiculous at this point, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know what it is about the Eels that just gets the fullbacks score a lot of tries. You saw Eli Barnes do it a couple seasons ago. Isn't this where he broke the original record?
Yeah, but even so, it wasn't
Or
to
was
this
that
extent. Eli Barnes scored 11 tries.
It's not to this extent.
But Brody Kennedy scored 2/3 of all Eels tries this season. 10 out of 15 in 5 rounds. It's crazy. It's honestly crazy what he's doing at the moment.
Yeah.
It is.
We've always known he's been like a very strong player. I think both me and you, Lockie, have been he was always that kind of player, but I think he needed that change of scenery to really bring it out in him.
Oh, for sure.
Even so, he
But,
brought it out in Penrith. When Penrith
yeah,
got
I
the wooden
think
spoon a few seasons ago, he got the top try scorer in the whole comp with 8 tries. But I think with what we're seeing
wasn't
from
9.
Brodie Kennedy this season is more, a combination of the fact that he's sort of their go-to guy close to the line, and he's just so dangerous close to the line that he just finds so many gaps. He's sort of like, ironically, he's probably one of the harder players to tackle, not because of his size or anything, because he's so slippery to tackle. That's what it seems to have noticed from what I'm watching the players. They sort of just slip out of tackles when making them. With his speed and agility.
Oh, yeah.
So
But something, yeah.
Sorry, you go, Liam.
Go, guys. No. So the thing is about Kennedy, right? Something that Pache said in the chat when I was watching the game on Tuesday. The thing is with Kennedy, you can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. And
Yeah.
I 100% agree with that. You can't stop him. You just can only contain him. That's the closest you can do. The best thing you can do to stop him.
And to be honest,
It's
he's probably the only
closest you won't get.
fullback in the competition at the moment that over his career, I don't remember a game where he's played at fullback where he's really had like an actual quiet performance.
I bet I could find a couple. I've been quiet at some points in his career. Season 1, he would have been very quiet. Some points.
But it also kind of wait. Hold up, never mind.
What? Okay. And we've also got in this topic that this headline. So the Rabbitohs have extended their winning streak to 3 games. I know I'm in here with a couple of Rabbitohs boys. Continue the streak, eh?
Yeah, look, it's been really good. A lot of the boys are putting in the hard yard. It was a tough season last season, missing out on finals. And I think that kind of fueled a lot of the boys from last season, especially after being kept in the bottom 2, bottom 3 of this season in initial predictions. To get to first place on the ladder at all is just a really has been a really monumental effort from all the boys, and look, I'm really proud of every single one of them.
Yeah. Oh my God. I know the stats don't suggest this on the game, but how good was Ash Turner? Far out. He's went 2 weeks. Has not missed a tackle in Rabbitohs colours. He has went 7. I think he's went 35 tackles and has not missed one.
Yeah,
and
I knew what
he just works so hard.
Yeah, look, I think when you sort of look at how you guys have gone this season,
I'm really impressed.
I think the thing that's really described your season has been your defense. Your attack, I don't think it's your attack's been decent, but it's not been anything compared to how good your defense has been. Your defense has been has been the best defensive system in the game in the season so far, easily. Like it's not like you guys haven't had giving your team opportunities. If you I remember when we versed you, we had numerous sets on your line. We just couldn't crack your defense.
Yeah, and I kind of really found that when I was doing a bit of stat searching yesterday. Pulled up every team's points per game and points against per game, and the Rabbitohs were two points ahead of any team playing an extra game. So the Rabbitohs defense has been so good this season, and you say attack has been lacking. Besides
I don't say
Manly and
lacking. I
Raiders,
just
who
said
are
it
like
hasn't.
miles ahead.
I never said. I want to point out. I never said lacking. I don't think it's been
Hasn't
lacking.
been as good
It's
as.
just not been as good as your defense. It's just like you don't have. We've seen teams in the
Mm.
past, like Manly, get credited for
Not
their
on the
attack.
level of defense.
But I think
Yeah.
it's not been your attack that's been getting you up there. It's been your defense. That's what I meant by that. Your attack hasn't been lacking in what is. That's not what I meant by that.
Mm.
Continue.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, I think I don't know how after losing Jackson Allison, Logan Guys, and Carl Talis Riff, all those players, we still have a decent attack and the best defense in the comp at the moment. Like it's shocking.
I think the boys are just working hard for it, so classic, classic one. But I'm just proud of every single one of them, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think a player
I think
from.
this
Sorry to cut you off.
forward
I think a player from the Rabbitohs I really want to give a shout out to. I know you guys love this guy. Dustin Richards has scared the shit out of me with how bad. Sorry for swearing, but honestly, with how good he's been,
oh my.
he's been incredible. What's he averaging? Like he's averaging close to 200 run meters for a second row
Yeah.
at the moment. It's been
almost 200
Yeah,
run
he's-
meters.
Yeah, Dustin Richards has been on another
He's
level.
insane.
He
Mm.
I know this might be a little biased coming in, but I think he's almost certainly rookie of the year. A rookie of the season. Like he has been that good.
Unless he falls off a cliff. He has
unless-
to fall off a cliff, I reckon.
Hey, it has to be a
Which it,
major cliff. He
Yeah.
has just been way too good.
I think the serves from Thorne though is certainly underrated. He always gets the forwards onto the front foot with the ball. He's always there running onto. No one's really flat-footed that often, and I think that's a tribute to Thorne. Like he's been every single one though has been phenomenal, and I'm proud of it. So we move on to the next topic.
What's next?
Jacob Morrison captaincy. Well, I'll let you guys talk on this one. So this one involves me pretty personally.
Look, yeah,
Alright.
kind of a little bit of a shock. I didn't know Jacob Morrison was really in that line, but look, obviously he's impressed you. It'll be sad to see he step down from captaincy, but it might be something that's needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Jacob Morrison,
I
I think he
think
deserves
that's
it.
my thoughts on that.
Go on, Liam. Sorry about that for cutting you off. Just go on.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, but I think Morrison, he's got absolute skills for the captaincy. I think he's worked his butt off to get here. Just could not get it at the Raiders. Stuck a season out here in Penrith and has eventually got his trade as captain. So, yeah, I think it should be good for Penrith to have him as captain. And he'll have KCK bouncing ideas off him. Obviously, Fisher can help him with ideas for teams too. So, I'm interested to see how Penrith go next year. I'm interested to see how many players leave alongside you. Sorry, I said that wrong. Alongside so if anyone else leaves because of Lachlan stepping down as captain, it's a possibility.
Oh, look, I hope not. I don't obviously I'm leaving the club as confirmed, but I do still want Penrith to be competitive. Obviously, they have massive holes to fill, not just myself, which you could argue that's not really a big hole. I haven't been too great of my career, but Marcus is a massive hole to fill. Again, similar to Bennett, someone that I don't know if we could really replace. Maybe unless we get like a Robert Robertson or something like that. He's the type of guy that you could replace him with, but overall, that Marcus will be a massive loss. Jacob Morrison, he deserves it. I think he 100% deserves it. He was the guy that I first thought of when it came. I I think he's definitely worked his hardest to get there. You know, he's been in the competition season 2, really active, and he's the guy I wanted to be captain.
Yeah, well, I think Morrison 100% deserves a captaincy role, and I'm excited to see what he does with it. But it may be a bit slow, similar to what South had this season, where Morrison's sort of learning how quickly he needs to be on with signings. He may take some time and realise this season that, I'm a bit late in the cap on signings, so maybe I need to. And that next season, maybe the time where Pembroke gets some signings, big
Yeah, well,
signings to
you
the
could
club.
say that, but I also know that like he's got experienced campaigner next to him, KCK. Ollie Partey also is quite aware of how quickly you need to do it. I think that it's actually a great captaincy crew you've got there. Penrith, KCK, Morrison, and Ollie Partey. Great group of people. I think they'll be fine to make signings. I have no problem that they'll be fine to make plenty of signings coming for next season.
I agree with Liam a bit. I think the jump, the signings, you have to really get in early. It's a very difficult process. Me and Liam found that out last season, where it just jumped dramatically, and we found ourselves behind. I think the first season he'll find himself behind, but hopefully
I think the thing is, though, you don't want to panic and sign players that you just be like, nah, I don't really want these guys just for the sake of it. Like, I don't think you want to do that. I think you'd rather have rookies that are probably going to be more loyal, that will stick around for more than a season.
It's not like it hasn't. It's not like you guys are in a massive hole right now. You guys are doing pretty well.
No, but it did really worry us, and we were obviously a little
worried.
definitely a little worried about this season because of how many players we lost and how little we did gain.
Yeah, I think it's fair enough.
Yeah, true. You got anything to add?
No, not really.
Should we move on to the next topic, the final one then?
Yeah, we should.
The Knights are struggling.
Well,
aren't they?
is there like
Knights? Yeah.
No, Knights are in for a cruel end of the season. I don't think many people would have seen them this low on the ladder in their first season. Even though they're a new team, they still had people like Logan Strange, Jack O'Neill, Mobiston,
Markley,
Edward, Markley. Yeah, they still had a solid team. They just haven't been able to put it all together yet, and I hope they do by the season's end.
And the thing was, they actually looked really decent against Penrith in the first half, but then in the second half, when Penrith got there, obviously, myself and Owen, although we played 20 minutes in the first half, we were coming off the bench, weren't playing in our primary position. As soon as we got into the role we wanted to play, we pretty much just went over them in the second half.
Yeah.
And it was like, honestly,
so how many games left do they got?
Well, they've had the bye, so they're still 5 games left.
Four?
They still 5 games left. They've had that bye.
4.
Yeah.
I think it's 4.
Sorry, my bad.
4.
4.
No, it's because it's 4.
Yeah, it's 4.
Because we have 3 games left and we haven't had a bye yet. Yeah, and they have 2 games against top 4 sides in I believe it's the Raiders and
Manly.
The Broncos.
Is it Broncos?
Yeah,
Broncos.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's Raiders and Manly. I'm reading it right here. Butters has got, but I'm reading Butters player content. Was Butters wrong?
Have they?
No.
Have they? I don't think they've versus Broncos yet. Have they?
No, they've versed.
Oh, they
Oh
have.
no, it is Broncos.
Which I'll
Because
check
they
it
beat-
right
Raiders.
now, but
Raiders.
no.
They beat Manly, didn't they?
They have Warriors, Raiders, Manly, and Broncos left. That's a very hard end of the season.
So you said Raiders, Warriors, Manly,
And Broncos.
Broncos.
and so they play 3 actually.
Yeah, that's a very hard
Three
end of the
top
season.
4 sides. Not because if they play the Broncos, Raiders, and Manly, that's 3.
Oh.
They've only actually played 1 top 4 side, which is the Rabbitohs, current top 4 side. Which is a bit of a concern in saying, well, I don't think I can see them actually even running close to finals
didn't-
because
Didn't they verse Manly first round?
No, they versed Eels first round. Now they'll verse
no,
Manly.
they versed
Eels.
Eels, yeah, they haven't versed Manly.
Oh.
They actually haven't played any.
They've
They've actually played a fair
they-
few teams that
yeah.
you'd consider on the bottom end and lost
Cowboys
to them, a lot of them.
aren't though, them.
I think I am like with the Knights. I look at it and think I am a little bit. I don't know. It's quite weird because I think. Yeah, I don't think those changes were necessarily for right changes. I don't think Elms was a good fullback, to be honest. He had some good moments, but I don't think Jack and Neil did enough at 5'8" to require moving him. I think they should have just stuck with their guns, to be honest. The only change I could see from making is maybe Mark Lee into the halves due to his big boot. But then you don't have anyone ready to go hooker, do you? Unless you go like Robertson or Logan, but that's not going to
Who
work.
do I even have that could play?
Or Sadler. Unless you go Sadler or
Robertson
hooker.
or Logan's okay.
Yeah, unless you go Sadler.
Sadler.
That's what I would have done. I would have probably gone Mark Lee 5'8", and then Sadler at hooker. That's what I personally would have done instead of moving O'Neill to 5'8", because I think O'Neill was playing really well at fullback, to be honest. And I think, although it sort of worked in the first half, Matthew Vaughan played very well in that game. I thought he was the one stand-up player from the Knights. In the end, I just don't think there was any need for it, to be honest. I don't think there was any reason to move Jack and Neil from the fullback role. I think the change they would have made was Mark Lee into the halves.
Yeah. I probably would have done the same, yeah.
Robbie Elms, I think he was relatively quiet for most of the game. Mate, I think wings is best position, to be honest.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I think moving him from the wing also wasn't the right
Probably
decision.
just put him back to the wing.
Obviously, this week they've stuck with what they did last week, but I don't think it's the right decision.
Which I respect. I do respect that.
I respect keeping it the same
I
thing.
do respect it though.
But I don't think moving O'Neill from fullback was the right decision to begin with.
It may not have been the right decision, but the thing is, you got to keep it the same. You got to give it more than one way.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see how it goes this week. But
because the rabbit, it's people change something way too quickly, it's way too often. Like you don't want that. I don't think.
Another thing is, I think, have they got their forward pack right? Because they sort of they've in multiple weeks in a row, they've lost their forward pack battle, which you wouldn't expect with how their forward pack is going. But they won in the first half. It was when Sabbath to Ua, I believe, went off. I believe he went off in the second half. That's sort of when they started to lose it. So have they even got their forward pack rotation right?
Maybe they're going. Maybe they're. I've seen that they've changed. And maybe what they're doing is they're gonna have maybe when Sabbath, because they're gonna play. They've now named Marnie for affiliate 11. I reckon they'll play it. Sabbath won't play the first 20 as long as they're trying to not get smashed in the first 20. And then when Sabbath comes on, I think maybe they're hoping he can make an impact.
Which honestly, I rate.
Keep him in it. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. They do.
Yeah, look, it's going to be interesting to see how the Knights go from here, but I think it's going to be an interesting game this week because the Knights, they need to get back into the winning circle.
Yeah, definitely.
Knights definitely do. If the Knights don't win this week, I think I will write them off 100%.
Not even
They're
write
not
them off.
making
I'm going to
finals.
say
They lose
if
this
they
week.
don't win this week, they're probably going to be the spoon. In fact, you could even argue this week's the battle for the spoon between the Warriors and the Knights.
Oh, this versus, yeah. If the Warriors, I thought you were saying it was into Broncos, but if they beat the Warriors, yeah, I think they lose the Warriors. Yeah, I don't know. If they beat the Warriors, maybe it's back on, but I can't see it happening. So send three top four sides, arguably, they have to beat.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
I think it's about time we move on to the tips for this round.
Oh,
Yeah.
we could get cooked.
Nah, people are gonna cook me for this again. I hate this.
Yeah,
episode.
we're gonna get cooked and we're gonna get flamed by everyone.
All right, we're gonna have.
Right.
Let's
Everyone's
just
not
get into
gonna
it.
like this one.
First match is the Manly
Alright.
Seagulls versus the South Sydney Rabbitohs.
And I think the Rabbitohs can extend it to 4 here. I think their
I hope we
defense has
can.
been. Yeah, I think their defense has been really good. So it'll test Manly.
I think
It's
it's
just
probably
where
close. It's gonna be a tough one for both teams.
Yeah, it'll definitely be close.
I think though, this is my reason why. I'll explain my reason. I think with so many players leaving Manly, they'll really want to make sure they go off a premiership this year. So honestly, I'm gonna have to say that it's gonna be Manly by like 4 or something. It'll be very close though, and I will not be surprised if Rabbitohs win this week.
Boo.
I think I'll just give it to the Rabbitohs though. I'm sorry, Manly, barely.
Boo.
And see a reason behind it.
I'm giving it to Rabbitohs by 6 by a try.
I agree with that.
Oh my god.
What? What's your tip, Liam?
I was laughing at Clay. I've gone Rabbitohs probably by like, I reckon by 1. I reckon either me or Butters are going to kick a field goal.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah.
It should be an interesting game, definitely.
Pressure's on.
I think either side can definitely win it. Shall we move on to the next game?
I think we should. Panthers versus Broncos.
What's the next one?
Panthers versus Broncos.
Ooh. You know what? I think Panthers are going to get an upset here. I reckon Panthers are going to upset the Broncos. Yeah, I think that they may start getting some momentum, and they're certainly not out of it. Like if they won this game, they are definitely back in the finals race.
I mean, if we win this game, we got 3 wins, 2 losses.
But certainly they lost. Yeah, exactly right. If you can win this, like you are definitely back right in the contention. But if you lose this, let me check your Penrith have. This game.
We have like a relatively hard. I think we have like a middle run home. We have a couple hard teams, a couple easy teams. Oh, it's a bit hard. Yeah, it's a very hard run home actually. Broncos, Eels, Cowboys, Raiders.
Oh.
Look, yeah.
Oof.
I'll speak from my point of view. We need to win this game. Simply put, losing is not an option at the moment. Biasedly, I think we'll win, but I will not be surprised if Broncos win. They're a very quality side, but I've come in with a plan this week. I think we can win. I genuinely believe we can win, but at the end of the day, Broncos are a very good team. I know they're not the type of team that underestimate us, so I'm definitely just looking forward to hopefully it being a very solid match. I think Penrith will win by 6. Penrith will win by 6, but if Broncos should win this game. But I think Penrith have it in.
Yeah.
You know, you've talked a lot of game. Might have to go Penrith, and I'm gonna go I'm gonna go 5-8 and go
Oh,
another try.
interesting.
Got to remember
Yeah.
Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, upset Tuesday. Has
Yeah,
it ended? That's something. Has it ended? Has the midfield upset? Because Rabbitohs were favourites last Tuesday,
And we won.
Yeah, but
and we
didn't
won.
weren't also
So
like.
Rabbitohs
Well, you
maybe
got to
ended.
remember though that one just the still majority of them have been upset because the Broncos beat the Cowboys last Tuesday, and the Cowboys are the favourites.
Oh, but was that?
I don't think the Cowboys
Wow.
were favourites. Nobody
No.
was saying.
I
they were
don't think the Cowboys would have been favourites.
They were favourites. They were definitely favourites. They're the reigning premiers.
Where are they from?
They only get lost before that was a 1 point loss to the Raiders. They were definitely favourites last week. I thought
Well, they played pretty bad.
They played awful.
they played. Well,
They
let's not
won,
talk about that. Let's
kicks
talk
were
about the
awful.
next game we have up here, which is the Warriors and
I didn't even say my
the
team.
Knights. Oh,
Well,
sorry,
fine.
Tyron. Do you want to go on?
It was gonna be Broncos 13 plus.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to hear what you
doesn't
said.
matter.
That's why I didn't want to hear what you were going to say.
Yeah. It's fine.
Okay, move on. Yeah. So Warriors Knights. You said.
Yeah.
I think the Warriors by like 4. I don't know. I think it's
Really?
gonna be very close. But it could be very. I don't know if I even chuck this one on. It could be a
So
very
tough.
lackluster game. I don't know if I'll chuck this one on.
Yeah.
Not encouraging ever. But yeah, I think the Warriors by like 4.
Really, alright. Because I think it'll also
what
be
you think?
close. I think it'll also be close, but I reckon Jack O'Neill to kick the winning field goal, and Knights win by 1.
I'm just going a bunch of shocking tips this week. I'm gonna go Warriors by
20.
Warriors by a try again. Why not?
Alright, everyone just gotta put in
Way.
H. Everyone should seriously just put in H every week. Everyone should just put in H.
H
You
or,
should
H or
seriously
D.
just do a letter
H or
each week.
D.
Everyone
H
should
or
just do a
D.
letter each week and commit to that every single week. You just go, hey, you just do that letter, and because I reckon it will get good results. I reckon you will get at least a tip each week. You should. By the odds, like if you went the
You do
same
that.
tip, I think you'd get a tip.
You can do that later.
Thorn,
do
it's worked for Thorn. He's went 2 of 8, which is relatively good for how hard it is to get tips on this. Yeah. So the next game.
Final out the round is the
If you want.
Cowboys versus the
Yeah.
Parramatta Eels.
Oh,
This one, honestly, I haven't mentioned this yet, but I'm a little bit worried about the Cowboys. The past couple games have had some really concerning sides in them. I think they're starting to miss some of their big players, such as Bobbleton and Irwin, who got them out of trouble in a lot of their games with a few big performances. Their last 2 performances haven't been pretty, to be honest. They got lucky to only lose by 1 to the Raiders, and the Broncos were just, they were dreadful, to be completely honest. I think that if Moana plays well, they seem to win. If Moana doesn't play well, they seem to lose. So currently there's 7 rides on him, I think. I'm going to go for the upset. I'm going to say Eels by a try.
interesting.
That's actually it's a bit of a tough one because, like you said, the Cowboys have been.
I'm really torn because Kennedy is in such good form that I think it's just like, bro, it's like, how do you stop him? I don't know if they'll be able to stop him any better. Like, we saw the Rabbitohs, who we arguably have the best defense in the comp, couldn't even stop Kennedy. So I don't know if the Cowboys will be able to do any better.
Yeah.
Guess what? I'm gonna go Cowboys 5-8.
Ooh, are you gonna go buy a try again?
Another try.
I mean,
Yeah.
being realistic, Butters.
Actually, you know
Sorry, go on.
what? Actually, I'm gonna go 2 tries, but they missed both possessions.
Whoa.
The double whammy. I mean, being realistic, Butters, that would be the smart thing. On paper, the Cowboys should win. I just have a feeling that the Eels are in better. They've been decent form recently. I'm not saying we get another upset here and win.
I agree.
Yeah. Except I've gone upsets for basically every single game, so I don't.
Yeah,
I'll go Cowboys.
I'll go Eels.
I went too many upsets too, but I'll go Cowboys.
All right,
So that's it.
That's the end of the
Yeah.
episode, I believe.
Yeah, I believe it is. Shall we wrap up the episode? Thank you all for watching today's episode of SRL